Hey friends, welcome to my channel, Journey 718. This is Dot, and if you are following my videos, you know that I have decided to do a DIY project, and this is going to be my office bathroom. Yes, I'm doing it over 60, and you can too. If I can do it, you can too. Well, as a certified project manager by trade, I would be remiss if I did not approach this project using project management principles. So in this video, we're going to break down those principles as it relates to this project. The goal here is for you to take these principles and be able to use them in your small projects. Look, small projects that run on project management principles, you get better results. You don't use as much money as you do if you haven't planned for it, and they come in more timely. So let's talk about it. So the first thing that we want to do, and this is a project management principle, is we want to make sure that we stay in scope. So for this bathroom, I will not be tearing down any walls that is not in scope of the project. So if it gets to a place where I say, oh, I want to expand this bathroom, I have a note in my head that is not what we're doing in here. I will not be replacing the fixtures in the shower. So I will not replace any of those fixtures, nor will I install towel in the shower tub area. So those are out of scope for this particular project. Because now that I know that, I have been able to break this project down into 6 stages. The first stage of the project is to install wallpaper. I will be removing the old wallpaper and replacing it with a new wallpaper, which you saw in the unboxing. That's what I will use. In stage 2, I will paint. So I will be painting this bathroom. I will select a color and paint. That's in stage 2. Stage 3, I will install fixtures in on the sink, the vanity area. So I will be installing a fixture there. And stage 4, I will be replacing a light fixture. Stage 5, I will install flooring. And stage 6 is just to pull everything together and decorate. So when we think about all of these 6 stages, these stages are milestones. So whenever they are completed, I can give it a check mark to say we are done with this particular stage. Chunking it into small pieces gives you small successes. Now, how will I do this in videos? In videos, you will see that I will have 6 different stages of videos. Now, within those stages, there may be several parts to get me to the end, but they all will fall under a particular stage. Now that we know about scope, let's talk budget. You want to set a budget. You do not want to go over budget, especially not nowadays as things are just going crazy. You want to have a set budget as to what you're going to spend. You can break it down in the overall budget, and then you can break that budget down by your different stages. If, for instance, you did not spend as much as you allocated for a particular stage, you can use that remaining budget for one of your next stages. So keeping within budget is going to be a key for the project. So now that we have scope and we have budget, let's move on to timeline. Set a timeline for each of your milestones within your project. In this case, we are calling them stages. So for each stage, we're setting a timeline. It can be something as first week of the month, you want to complete this, or this may be completed in the second month. So however you want it, if you want this to be a 30-day project, you may have something due every week in order to have it completed. But set a timeline for each of your stages so that you do not have an unfinished project. With a timeline, jot down those things that you know that may happen anyway. Now, this is called risk planning, such as you order a particular light fixture and that light fixture didn't come in or it was delayed, but you were expected to install the light. What are you going to do if that happens. If you plan ahead, you will already mitigate that risk. When you mitigate a risk, what you do is you find another way to get that done. You find all of the risks that you know and go ahead and have a plan for how are you going to address it. Now, there are some risks that may happen that you have no control over, and a response to that risk may be, I'm going to accept it and this is going to delay my project, but I understand why. So just make sure that you can jot down some of the risks that you can think of off the top of your head. So now that you know what's in scope for your project, you know what your budget is, and you know the timeline, you drafted some risk down, you are prepared to move forward on your project. Now, don't forget to celebrate your small successes. Celebrate those along the way because you're going to feel really, really good about that if you can do that. So this is ending this video. This is ending this video on how we approach a project using project management principles. And our next video, we're going to begin with stage one. See you soon.